Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and we are in for another movie review, and it's Nicolas Cage time. I do admit I actually enjoy a lot of his movies, especially the older ones. But I'm also trying to watch a lot of his newer stuff. But what the heck was this movie? So, Color Out of Space is a science fiction horror H.P. Lovecraftian movie because it's based out of a story by H.P. Lovecraft. Um, and It is made for Nicolas Cage, to be honest. I mean, he does have a. I think he enjoys himself a little in this movie. So we've got Nicolas Cage, Jolie Richardson, who is in one of my favorite, possibly the best sci-fi horror kind of thing that is there. I know Aliens is there, but for me, Alien is. I never actually look at Alien the franchise as horror. I just look at it as science fiction, but with a creature that's out to kill you and bust your chest out with his babies. But Event Horizon is my favorite. I actually see that as my favorite sci-fi horror movie, and she is in that movie as well. We've also got Elliot Knight, Madeline Arthur. I am going to butcher this next name. Q. Orlianka Kilcher. Let's just call her Miss Kilcher. And Tommy Chong. We're very surprised to see Tommy Chong in this movie. Really love the guy, but he is more like a comedic actor. Seeing him in this movie is a little odd, but what's wrong with this thing? Anyhow, I did find it a little odd to see Tommy Chong in this particular movie. So what is this movie about? Well, it's about this family of five plus a dog that live in a farmhouse, kind of like in a remote area of uh, where is this, by the way? I forgot. And the Nicolas Cage plays the dad. He's trying to, they're raising alpacas who are not inexpressive by any chance, by any stretch of the imagination, in the farm, and he's got this teenage daughter who is a little out. She's kind of like Wiccan, and she's also a little bit out there. I don't like these kind of characters. Not the Wiccan part. I have no problem with the Wiccan part. It's just that the way that she is. Um, I don't really like her much, and got a son who is a doper. He's smoking out in the barn whenever he gets a chance, and they've got a young son as well, a kid named Jack as well, and they've got this dog. Now, what happens is during one of the evenings, there's a strange purplish kind of light, and a fragment of a meteor or some kind of thing lands in their front yard. Initially, they wait for it the next day, but this starts traumatizing the kids, especially, I mean, traumatizing Jack mainly. And then there is this thing that it's basically color that actually comes out and it starts infecting things. Um, a little plants grow around it, the well water gets affected, these people start getting affected. Um, and there is a climatologist, some kind of scientist, uh, hydrologist, basically. Yeah, that's what he is. What he comes and finds some, there's an oily sheen on the water, and he advises them not to drink the water and instead get their water from elsewhere. Little by little, things start going crazy. I do not want to spoil the movie for you because this kind of a movie is a lot to take in. There's a mutation happening. Ooh, some of it was really gruesome to watch. Um, there's a lot of color stuff happening. That's the Color Out of Space, basically. It's kind of like purple and light attached to it as well. They just call it the color. And so things start going really, really wrong, and there's apparitions. There is a little bit of insanity happening, especially in the terms of Nicolas Cage. After he has to shoot a couple of his members down, he basically loses his mind, and then the only person who survives is this guy, the hydrologist named Ward, and the I was a little surprised at the end because after all this happened, I mean, he was the only one who survived. Basically, you don't know what happens to the uh, at the end. I don't really understand exactly what happened, why he why he was able to escape when the others all, he was there and in the cellar. Everything else went to shit basically, and then he comes out. Uh, he's like older and he is. I mean, that's what you see it towards the end, and a lot of time has passed, and he's still affected by the things that happened, and kind of like he's never going to drink the damn water anymore because of things that have happened. But what will happen after that? I mean, does this thing get defeated? I don't really know. uh, I guess I'll have to read the book to actually understand what happens. I'll try to find out what that is. But yeah, it's up to the family all dies. There's a local sheriff who passes away as well, attacked by one of the creatures that come out of from the infected by the color, and Tommy Chong's character Ezra also basically kind of like a squatter. He also is killed. Overall, I don't really think this is a movie that I want to watch again. Maybe not anytime soon. It is good for definitely watching once. But it's not the kind of movie that I would like, okay, I'm a little bored. I don't really have much else to do. Do I feel like watching this movie again? I don't think so. So that's the kind of thing about this movie. But I think it's a good movie to have in your collection. Didn't really make much money. This was in 2019. I think I forgot to mention that. The budget was, and it's mentioned here on Wikipedia, between 6 to 12 million, which is surprising. But the movie only made 1 million at the box office, which is what I mean. I don't really think Nicolas Cage movies make that much money anymore. I mean, Mandy was, won a lot of critical acclaim. I don't really think it made a lot of money either. But Nicolas Cage is in so many movies. But this one, I didn't like. I said like that's the odd thing. I liked it, but at the same time, like I don't really think I want to watch this again. That's the kind of movie. What was the critical response on this movie? So that, I mean, visual effects, those kind of stylish things about the aspects of the color and all that stuff were done pretty well. I don't really think I didn't like the young actress. I didn't like I think everybody else was kind of fine. I didn't like the male, the supporting lead, the guy who plays Ward. I don't think he really had much that was expected out of him out of the movie as well. But I didn't like them either. I didn't like the sheriff or the this thing. I mean, Nicolas Cage is Nicolas Cage. You either like him and you watch stuff that he does. Overall, I think I'll give this movie a 6.5 out of 10. Like I said, I mean, anything that's 7 and above, I am going to watch over and over again. That's why I said it's just below that. So I give it a 6.5 out of 10. Watch it and make up your own mind. I don't want to spoil anything more about the movie. Just watch it. There's a couple of scenes that are pretty brutal in this movie, but otherwise it is kind of okay. So that's it for me. 6.5 out of 10 for The Color Out of Space. Thank you and have a good night.